Welcome to the Introduction to Hermes training webinar, the first of 7 webinars that will teach you everything you need to know to become a successful Hermes user. Today's webinar will cover the following. What is Hermes and why is it being introduced? What is changing as a result of the introduction of Hermes? We then have 4 short demonstration videos of the system. These are an introduction to Hermes, overviewing the core functionality of the system, logging in for the first time, covering the first time login process where you will set security questions and your password, an overview of the Help Hub, which holds useful information, written guides and videos, and a demonstration of the support system, which is how you can ask for assistance if you are stuck or hit an error message. We'll then explain what is involved in data initiation, which is a series of short tasks we are asking to be completed when you first gain access to Hermes. We'll finish the presentation by showing what other webinars are available, with the remaining 6 webinars focused on specific areas of the system. And just to make you aware, these webinars can all be viewed again, if necessary, through the Help Hub once you have access to Hermes. Hermes will modernize processes, increasing efficiency and reducing duplication. Numerous paper forms will be replaced with online processes, where data previously entered at either regional or UGLE level is now able to be entered closer to source by the secretary or the scribe. Data being entered will be validated to ensure accuracy, reducing the number of issues caused by incorrect data, missignatures, illegible handwriting, or human error. Automatic reminders will prompt actions for both secretaries and scribes, but also regional offices, to ensure tasks are completed in line with the Book of Constitutions. These reminders should also help new users as they learn to use Hermes. Hermes is easy and intuitive to use, with help and guidance readily available. Even if you rarely use a computer or the internet, you are still likely to be able to operate Hermes, and new secretaries and scribes will have an available resource of information within the system to help guide them. Hermes will reduce the amount of personal data being sent by post or held on personal devices, and instead will centralize that data in a single database protected by business-level security that is regularly tested. What's changing? Firstly, there is a book entitled Hermes Changes Impacting Masonic Processes, written by the Hermes team and sent to London and all provincial and district offices in January, describing in detail the changes that Hermes will introduce. The intention was for this document to either be distributed to secretaries and scribes or included in an updated version of a Secretaries and Scribes Handbook, if you have one. There are many changes to the Book of Constitutions which are now included in the latest online version and can be referenced by reading the minutes from the Grand Lodge Quarterly Communications in March 2021 and Supreme Grand Chapter in November 2021. A main element of change will now enable you to view and update records of your members. You will no longer need to send an email to your administrative office or download a form from their website to inform of any change to your members' personal details or that they have resigned, deceased, or been excluded. All of this can be carried out online using Hermes. There is a duty of responsibility on your part to ensure that you are regularly collecting this information from your members and updating on Hermes. Through Hermes, the registration process is now completely digital and all paper forms are redundant. You will no longer need to pass around a paper form requesting signatures from the various parties. In fact, the registration form is sent to the applicant, be it an initiate, XLT or joiner, via a hyperlink in an email, completed online and then sent to the proposer, seconder, and ultimately Worshipful Master or MEZ using the same process without any wet signatures required. This is obviously much quicker than the previous paper-based process. Another change being introduced is the removal of the requirements of Rule 158 for an initiate who is joining a lodge outside of the region where he lives or works. This is only applicable if he lives in a country where UGLE has no Masonic authority, for example France or Spain. Over time, Hermes will be populating the database with the names of any inquirer who does not continue his Masonic journey, together with the reason, so any serial applicant will be picked up and reported for an investigation. Additionally, the requirement for clearance certificates for an XLT and a joiner will no longer be necessary once Hermes is fully rolled out, as this will be now managed digitally. The new meeting management process will now automate requests for Grand Lodge certificates once a member is processed as having been raised. You will therefore no longer need to complete and submit the LPNA 5 form. Annual returns will no longer be sent to you by UGLE or SGC or your provincial and district offices, and instead will be managed through Hermes. And finally, Hermes will enable you to manage your meeting agenda for items that need to be compliant with the Book of Constitutions, which you can then download and copy into your summons. And there is a post-meeting report which allows you to confirm those agenda items took place, as well as completion and submission of your installation return after an installation meeting. We are sure that you can appreciate that there are some significant changes to your administrative tasks which will definitely streamline the processing times.